So let us see this third type of wave propagation. The first type of ground wave propagation, the wave radiated by the transmitting antenna reaches the receiving antenna along the surface of Earth, that is ground. Therefore, it is called as the ground wave propagation. Second type is a space wave propagation, or it is also called as a direct wave propagation. So the wave transmitted by the transmitting antenna reaches the receiving antenna by three different methods. One directly from transmitter to receiver to the space. Therefore, it is called the space wave propagation. Second is after reflection from the Earth surface, and third one is after reflection from the tropospheric layer. Now, this is the third method, sky wave propagation. So here we are using the ionosphere, and therefore the definition can be given like this. Definition: when a radio waves emitted radiated by transmitting antenna reaches the receiving antenna after, this part is important, after reflection from the ionosphere. So this type of mode of propagation is called as when the radio wave emitted by the transmitting antenna reaches the receiving antenna after reflection from the ionosphere is called sky wave propagation. Sky wave propagation. Therefore, this reflection takes place in the ionospheric layer. Therefore, the principle of this sky wave propagation is TIR, total internal reflection. So we already know this phenomena in optics section, light section. For total internal reflection, there are two necessary conditions. The ray of light should travel from denser medium to rarer medium, and at the boundary of separation, the angle of incidence must be greater than or at least equal to the critical angle. So how these two conditions are satisfied here, that now we have to see. So explanation of sky wave propagation is like this. Suppose this is the surface of the Earth. Surface. These are the ionospheric layer. This is the ionosphere. It ranges from 80 km from the surface of the Earth to 400 km. There are three sublayers: thermosphere, Kennedy F layer, and Appleton H layer, like this. So this is the Earth surface. Now here is the transmitter, P-part transmitter. It sends the radio waves in the direction towards the ionosphere. So we know the property of the atmosphere, and height, or it is also called as the altitude, and height h increases from surface of Earth The first change is density of atmosphere decreases continuously, and the second change is in ionosphere our refractive index decreases as the height h increases. So this property is important. So here the refractive index is more, the refractive index is less. So these layers are denser. These layers are having rarer medium property. So when a signal is transmitted from transmitter, as it goes from denser to rarer medium, every time it bends away from the normal. So for this first layer, it will bend away. So I is less than R. Now, so this is the second layer. Again, in this case, R will be greater than this I. R2 is greater than. And this third layer, this is reflected, still R increases like this. So at this layer, this is the R, and it is greater than IC, critical angle. And therefore, this wave will be reflected back by total internal reflection, and it is received here. So this is the receiver R1. The wave can also be received by another receiver R2, like this. It depends upon the frequency of radiation. So this is the transmitted signal 1, this is the received signal 1, this is the transmitted signal 2, angle change 11. It will be again reflected by total internal reflection, and it is received here. So this is the signal number 2 transmitted, this is the signal number 2 to receive here, like this. So like this, the wave of the reflection from the sky, from the ionosphere, get reflected back to the earth, and the signal transmitted from T is received by R1, R2, R3, etc. So this type of wave propagation is called as sky wave propagation. Now, the principle is total internal reflection, because this both conditions are satisfied there. The transmitted signal goes from denser to a rarer medium, and at particular layer, in ionosphere, when angle of incidence I greater than IC, then by total internal reflection, the wave or signal is reflected toward the earth. Therefore, the principle is total internal reflection, like this. Now, for this receiver, the wave appears to be coming from the sky, and therefore they are called as a sky wave. For a receiver, the for receiver, the wave appears to be coming from sky. Therefore, they are called sky waves. तसं मागे आपण स्पेस वेव्ह प्रोपगेशनमध्ये 3 वेव्ह बघितल्या होत्या. ट्रोपोस्फेरिक वेव्ह, द वेव्ह obtained after reflection from the troposphere, then direct wave and ground wave. The waves reflected from the ground, they are called as a ground wave. Similarly, in this case, the received wave appears to be coming from the sky, they are called as a sky wave, and the name is sky wave propagation, like this. So in this case, we can use the long distance communication because the distance is very very large as compared to the direct wave propagation. Second one, we can use the higher frequencies. So advantages: long distance communication is possible, and higher frequencies are used. Higher frequencies from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz are used. आता 3 megahertz पेक्षा जर यूज केलं तर काय झालं? So frequency less than 3 megahertz are absorbed. The frequency greater than 30 megahertz are transmitted through ionosphere and exit the ionosphere, exit the atmosphere. So they cannot return. They can be used for satellite communication like this. So frequency less than f less than 3 megahertz absorb. Frequency greater than 30 megahertz frequency greater than 30 megahertz are transmitted. They go out of the atmosphere, exosphere मध्ये जातात. So the waves less than 3 megahertz are absorbed, therefore they are not reflected back. The waves having frequency greater than 30 megahertz, they passes out of the atmosphere, so they are not reflected. So only we can use this frequency from 3 megahertz to 30 megahertz. Now, in relation with this sky wave propagation, there are two important terms. One is the critical frequency and other is a skip distance. Skip distance means त्याला range म्हणतात. So what is meant by critical frequency? Critical frequency FC. या FC ची व्हॅल्यू बऱ्याच फॅक्टरवर डिपेंड असते. आपण कुठल्या अँगलनी वेव्ह रिफ्लेक्ट केलेला आहे आणि इलेक्ट्रॉनची डेन्सिटी मीडियममध्ये किती त्याच्यावर पण डिपेंड असते. सो क्रिटिकल फ्रिक्वेन्सी इज डिफाइंड ॲज इट इज द maximum frequency of the radio waves which can be reflected back to the earth from the atmosphere when the waves are directed normally to the ionosphere. So definition is like this. The maximum frequency of the radio wave which is reflected back from ionosphere to Earth when the signal is transmitted direct directed normally means perpendicular to the layers of ionosphere. Normal incidence. So it is the maximum frequency of the signal which can be totally internally reflected back from the ionosphere when the waves are directed normally, and it is given by हा फॉर्म्युला सुद्धा प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करताना आपल्याला लागू शकतो. So critical frequency is related by fc and it is given by 9 multiplied by under root nmax. So what is meaning of nmax? That is also important. Nmax is equal to maximum value of electron density, number of electrons present per unit volume. It is called the electron density. So electron density is highest in this region. Why? Because the solar radiation first enter here, so they are having powerful energy. Heat energy is highest. Therefore, it will ionize large number of atoms or molecules in the ionosphere, and therefore electron density is highest. This electron density goes on decreasing up to the ionosphere, and below that there is no electron density. So electron density is 0 from 0 to 80 km, and from 80 km to 400 km the value of Nmax increases. What is the property of Nmax? Nmax increases from 80 km to 400 km. Also, this Nmax depends upon the time. For example, at the noon, at a given height, say here, at the noon the value of Nmax will be more. In the morning it will be less. In the evening it will be less, and at the night it will be 0. Because there are no solar radiation passing through the ionosphere at the night, and therefore no electron density like this. So these are some advantages and drawbacks. Now there is a one more term related with this sky wave propagation, and that is called as a skip distance. Actually, skip distance is the range of communication. Skip distance D. जसं आपण डायरेक्ट वेव्ह किंवा स्पेस वेव्ह कम्युनिकेशनची रेंज डी आपण त्याचा फॉर्म्युला लिहिला होता. डी इज इक्वल टू √2 टाइम आर ए स्क्वेअर. आर इज द रेडियस ऑफ द अर्थ अँड एच इज द हाईट ऑफ द अँटिना, ट्रान्समिटिंग अँटिना, ट्रान्समीटर लाईक दिस. तसं इथे डीचा मिनिंग असा आहे. सो नॉर्मली इट इज द रेंज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन ऑफ स्काय वेव्ह प्रोपगेशन. सो इट इज द shortest distance between the transmitter and receiver measured along the surface of the earth, up to which we can receive the wave after total internal reflection from the ionosphere. So in our figure, this is the distance measured along the surface of the earth between the transmitter and receiver. It is the minimum distance, or it is the shortest distance from a transmitter to the receiver measured along the surface of the earth, at which the skywave of fixed frequency will be returned to the earth. So this is the nothing but range of communication. So skip distance means the short, meaning is the range of communication of sky wave propagation. In short, it is a range. shortest distance between the transmitter and receiver, it is called as a skywave propagation, range of skywave propagation. So critical frequency and skywave propagation, critical frequency of skywave propagation is given by this equation. Normally, the maximum value of the electron density is of the order of 10 raised to 12. So if we substitute n max as a 10 raised to 12, then the root will be 10 raised to 6, and therefore critical frequency is of the order of 9 megahertz, and that 9 megahertz lies between 3 and 30 megahertz. So depending upon the electron density, this critical frequency depends. So F greater than Fc will be totally internally reflected back. F less than Fc will not be reflected back, like this. So this is the meaning. Within skip distance, there is no reflected wave, totally internally reflected wave. More than d, there is a wave received after total internal reflection from the ionosphere. So these are the meaning of these distances, like this. So this is the principle of total internal reflection used in the skywave propagation. Now we will start this second part, communication system. We have seen the types of communication: space communication, line communication, etc., satellite communication. Now we have to see that system in detail. So what is meant by communication? Communication. So the meaning is very simple. The exchange of information. So it is a bi-way communication, or it may be one-way communication, one-way or bi-way. So the process of exchange of information is called communication. It may be one way, it may be both ways, like this. For example, when we use the cable TV, the signal is going only from cable operator to TV set. In the reverse direction, no, the signal communication. In telephone communication, it is a both-way communication. Both are transmitting, both are receiving the signal. They can hear each other. So cable TV is a one-way communication. Closed circuit TV is a one-way communication. And telephone signal or mobile signal communication is a both-way communication, like this, like this. So these communication processes can be classified in different ways. Classification of communication processes. So the first method is the verbal and non-verbal communication. So verbal means we are using the spoken word. Using spoken word. Speech. And here using body movement, face expression, etc. So on TV, there is one special channel for hearing impaired persons. So they are using only the movement, face expression and movement. So the signal is communicated by using the body movement. So when we want to stop anyone without saying anything, then we show only this type of signal. So that body will stop. So police is using this type of movement. So the traffic control police gives this type of signal, allow, stop, etc. So this is a non-verbal communication. But this non-verbal communication has a limitation. It can be used for only a short distance. Verbal communication may be short distance, may be long distance. If we are using the telephone signal, then mobile signal, then we can use any type of distance like this. So this is the first type, verbal and non-verbal communication. Second type is the short distance and long distance communication. Short distance and long distance communication. So for short distance communication, we can use TV. For long distance communication, you can use the satellite or mobile communication, mobile phone communication. TV has a certain range, 40 kilometer, 50 kilometer, like this. Verbal communication is also in this case. Short distance communication and long distance communication. Then, old methods and modern methods. Old methods and modern methods. So in old method, a person was carrying the signal in the written form. So that is a horse rider. Horse rider was used to carry the signal. Second one is the signaling by torch. Some signaling by torch signal, torch or some etc. by waving the flag. These are old methods. So signals are given by clapping like this. So they are given by the torch like this. So one signal, two signal, or by knock. We can door the knock with some special method. That is also the signaling process. Modern method is the telephone, mobile, internet, fax, etc. All these are modern techniques. Wireless communication will come here. Then the fourth method is the analog and digital communication. Analog and digital communication. So analog signal is used, digital signal is used. What is the difference between analog and digital? That we will see afterward. And the last type is the line communication and wireless communication. Line communication and wireless communication. Wireless. line communication means telephone line, cable TV, closed circuit TV, etc. And wireless communication means internet, mobile phone, satellite communication, etc. So we use the TV tower in a city, and that tower transmits the signal which is received directly through air, that is the space communication. Like this. So these are the different methods of classification of the communication processes. Now let us see what is meant by communication system by using its block diagram like this. So let us see the working of communication system using block diagram. So first we will give the meaning of communication system. What is meant by communication system? It is a set of electronic devices. It is a set of used combination of electronic devices set up used in the transmission of information from one place to another place is called the communication system. The setup or combination of devices used to transmit or to carry transmit the information from one place to another place. To carry, to transmit the information from one place to another place is called communication system. So now we are using the block diagram. What is meant by block? That we have to see. So a simple example is like this. Suppose this is a compound microphone. So when the object is kept here, then we will see the magnified image. Now, what is inside the compound microscope? That we know there is an objective lens, there is an eyepiece lens, etc. They have particular focal length, etc. So this is the device, object, magnified image. Now we use the amplifier circuit. So that amplifier circuit is a very complicated circuit depending upon the requirement. So we are showing only a block. So there are certain circuit elements connected properly. So if this is a signal given of low strength, then it is amplified. So the signal will be of this type. So signal is amplified. So this is A for amplifier. A for amplifier. So this is the block representing the amplifier. So when the signal is given, it amplifies its strength, intensity वाढते, signal ची amplitude वाढते. इथे काय सर्किट आहे ते आपण इथे दाखवलेलं नाही. There may be variety of amplifier used here, voltage amplifier, current amplifier, power amplifier. So that is not important. What is the function of the block? That is important. So this block represents the amplifier. So when we use this type of block, then it is called as a block diagram. So in this generalized communication system, there are three main blocks. One is a transmitter, Second one is a receiver, and the signal goes from transmitter to receiver through a communication channel. Like this. So transmitter, channel, and receiver. These are the three main blocks. Now in the transmitting section, there is a variety of circuit used depending upon the audio signal, video signal, TV signal, radio signal, etc. So what to see this generalized block diagram, it can be used anywhere like this. So now we know the meaning of the block diagram. So it is a collection or it is a setup used to transmit the information from one place to another place is part of the communication system. And now we will give the block diagram. So the block diagram consists of these three parts: transmitter, channel, and receiver. Transmitter, this is a channel, and this is a receiver. So this is a generalized communication system. Now to this transmitter we are providing the signal from external source. So this is the information source. Information source. So this is a message signal. Message signal. Now this transmitter will receive this signal and it is transmitted in the electrical signal form. So this is the transmitted signal. It is given to the channel. Now through this channel, this signal goes. This transmitted signal is generally in electrical form. The original or message signal is modified in the suitable form. For that purpose, a process of modulation is used here. Now, this channel provides the signal which is received here. So this is a received signal. Again, it is in modified form, modulated form. We have to demodulate it in the receiver section, and from receiver section we can get the message signal. Original signal is recover केला message signal, and it is given to the user of the information. ज्याला signal आपल्याला पाठवायचा आहे तो इथे असतो like this. So this is the different blocks in the circuit like this. Now sometimes some unnecessary signals are added and it is called as a noise generator. This block is called as a noise or noise generator. So this noise may be added here. It may be added to the transmitter or channel or receiver segment. So this is a generalized block diagram. आता एक सोपा एग्जांपल लेते हैं. For example, we are using the microphone. This. So before microphone, a sound signal is produced. This signal is propagated through this system. The microphone will convert the sound signal into the electrical signal. This electrical signal is processed. It has to pass through the air medium over a long distance. So for that purpose, it is modified. It is modulated. That modulated signal is carried through this channel to the receiver, and after receiver again it is recovered to the original form. So if you have no speaker, the speaker मधून आपल्याला पुन्हा तीच sound wave ऐकू येते. So sound wave are produced. They are converted into the electrical signal by using the microphone. So microphone is a information source, and here we are using the loudspeaker. Microphone, loudspeaker, they are in general called as a transducer. They convert the signal from one form to another form. Energy is converted from one form to another form, either sound energy to electrical energy or electrical energy into the sound energy, like this one. So transmitter, channel and receiver, these are the three main blocks used here. So we have to describe these three parts only. Draw the generalized block diagram of communication system and explain its working. असा जनरली तो क्वेश्चन असतो. So the first main block is a transmitter. This transmitter. So what is the main function of the transmitter? It is a combination of electronic devices that transmit the message signal to the receiver through the communication channel. हा जो मेसेज सिग्नल आहे तो रिसिव्हरपर्यंत आपल्याला पोहोचवायचा आहे. हे फंक्शन ट्रान्समीटरचं आहे. सो ट्रान्समीटर मीन्स इट इज द कॉम्बिनेशन. अशी डेफिनेशन आपल्याला रिसिव्हरची पण द्यायची आहे. इट इज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिव्हाइसेस used to send message signal. सोर्स पासून आपण मिळवलेला आहे. To send the message signal to the receiver through channel, through proper channel. This device is called as a transmitter. So what is the function of the transmitter used? It converts message signal into suitable form. Suitable form is generally it is a electrical form. It converts and modifies, that is, it modulates the message signal. आता मॉड्युलेशनची प्रोसेस काय असते ती या चॅप्टरमधून कट केलेली आहे. नेक्स्ट इयरला परत आपल्याला कुठेतरी बघायची. इट मॉड्युलेट द मेसेज सिग्नल. मॉडिफाईड मीन्स इट मॉड्युलेट द सिग्नल. So the modified or modulated signal is transmitted here like this, and therefore in the transmitter there are different parts like this. Different parts in transmitter. पहिला ब्लॉक जो है मैसेज जनरेटर, सिग्नल जनरेटर. Second part modulator, and third part is a transmitting antenna. So directly आपण ते transmitting antenna अशी पण दाखवू शकतो. Transmitting antenna. So signal is received, it is modified, modulated, and then it is transmitted through the channel, through the space, over the satellite or over the receiver area, like this. So these are the blocks. मॉड्युलेटर नंतर इथे एखादी ॲम्प्लिफायरची पण स्टेज असू शकते. सिग्नल जर आपल्याला ट्रान्समिट करायचं असेल एअरमधून तर अगोदर ॲम्प्लिफाय करावा लागतो. सो इट कन्सिस्ट ऑफ सिग्नल जनरेटर, मॉड्युलेटर अँड ट्रान्समिटिंग एंटीना. नाउ द next block is a channel, or it is also called as a communication channel, communication link. Second one, communication channel. Communication channel or communication link or the communication hub. Block diagram of the function of the circuit. What is the function? It receives the signal from the transmitter and gives to the receiver. So it is a mediator. It receives the signal from transmitter and gives to the receiver like this. So this channel may have two form. Either it may be in physical form or it is may be non-physical form. Physical or non-physical. Physical means we are using the wire, means telephone wires or cable is used from cable operator unit to our TV set like this. So this communication channel may be physical or non-physical. So here the conducting wires are used. Conducting wires or cables are used. Here the space surrounding the earth is used and therefore it is a non-physical channel like this. Now the third part is the receiver. Main part is the receiver. रिसिव्हरचं फंक्शन काय आहे, हा मॉडिफाईड सिग्नल इथपर्यंत आलेला आहे, तर तो आता आपल्याला रेकग्नायझेबल फॉर्ममध्ये कन्वर्ट करायला मिळेल, त्याला डिमॉड्युलेशन. जसं लॉग आणि एंटीलॉग दोन कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी प्रोसेस आहेत. लॉग जर आपण एखाद्या नंबरचा लॉग घेतो आणि नंतर त्याचा एंटीलॉग घेतला तर आपल्याला पुन्हा तोच नंबर मिळतो. लॉग आणि एंटीलॉग इंटिग्रेशन अँड डिफरन्शिएशन दीज आर कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी फंक्शन लाईक दिस. मॉड्युलेशन अँड डिमॉड्युलेशन आर द कॉम्प्लिमेंटरी फंक्शन. इथे आपण सिग्नल मॉडिफाय केला तो पुन्हा डिमॉडिफाय करायचा. So that is called as the demodulation. So main function of the receiver section is the demodulation. So definition can be given again like this. It is a combination of the electronic devices used to receive or to recover the message signal to the original form given to the user like this. The receiver ची definition लिहिण्याची गरज नाही, याच्यापर्यंत देतो. It is a collection of the electronic devices designed to recover the original message signal after propagation through the communication channel. The receiver reconstructs the recognizable form of the signal for delivering it to this user. So the main block in the receiver are, this is a receiving antenna. So signal received by the antenna is the weaker, therefore it is amplifier, and then it is the demodulation. This is the main block. Demodulation process is done here. Demodulator, and then on this side there is a user. So signal is received, it is amplified, it is demodulated into the recognizable form, and then it is given to the user like this. So modulation is done in transmitter section and demodulation process is completed in this receiver section. So original signal is again recovered and it is given to the user of the information. User of the information. So these are the function of this block. Now there are two basic modes of communication. Basic modes of communication. One is point-to-point communication. Point-to-point communication. The best example is cable TV, CCTV. तर केबल ऑपरेटर पासून एक केबल टाकले असते, वायर टाकले असते, ती आपल्याला टीव्हीच्या सेटला कनेक्ट केलेली असते. म्हणजे ट्रान्समिटिंग पॉईंट आणि एंड पॉईंट, रिसिव्हर पॉईंट दोघे फिक्स आहे. याला पॉईंट टू पॉईंट कम्युनिकेशन म्हणतात. आणि इकडे ब्रॉडकास्ट मोड, टीव्ही ट्रान्समिशन. तर सिटीमध्ये कुठेतरी एक ट्रान्समिटिंग टावर असतो टीव्हीचा, तिथून सिग्नल ट्रान्समिट केला जातो आणि रिसिव्हर कुठे पण होते. रिसिव्हर असतील नसतील, कमी असतील जादा असतील. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ ब्रॉडकास्ट मोड. So signal is broadcast, transmitted into the space, and then it can be received by any number of receiver. So it is a one-to-many communication. This is a one-to-one communication like this. So broadcast mode is of this type. Now, in relation with this communication system, there are some terms used like this. So let us see some terms commonly used for communication system. What is noise? It is the random or undesired, unwanted, undesired signal or energy entering into system, of course communication system, that affects or interfere the message signal. The example is very simple, and that you are hearing from so many lectures in our classroom. Now, when I am talking, these boards are the signal, but along with this signal, sometimes there may be a signal produced by sound produced by the fan, sound produced by the auto rickshaw going on the road, sound signal produced by any person shouting on the road, or the horn of the car, auto rickshaw, etc. All these are unwanted signals. That is called as a noise. So that noise is a random. It is not fixed. It may be picked up anywhere. It may be picked up by microphone. It may be picked by source, etc. So this noise signal should be as small as possible, and the main signal should be as large as possible. And therefore, for a good communication system, what is the requirement? The signal to noise ratio, it is also called as S to N ratio, should be as large as possible. For good communication system, signal to noise S to N ratio should be as large as possible. And therefore, the noise should be reduced. The noise should be reduced. And thus, noise rejection circuit method, noise rejection or noise filter circuit method, like this. So this is the first one, noise. This is the unwanted signal that is introduced in the system. The second term that we are going to see is a transducer. In short, transducer is a energy converter. It converts the signal energy from one point to another point. For example, microphone is a transducer, converts sound energy into electrical energy. Loudspeaker это उलट करेंगे. Loudspeaker converts electrical energy into sound energy. Solar cell is also one of the transducer. Solar cell converts the light energy into the electrical energy, like this, sir. So these are the some types, sir. Then the next term is a signal. It is called as message signal. So there are two types of signal. One is an analog signal and another is a digital signal. So in this case, there is a continuous and smooth variation in current or voltage. For example, sine wave, triangular wave, sawtooth wave, these are the signals. Digital signal, it is in the form of steps. In the form of steps. Two steps. One is low and other is high. So the example is a square wave like this. This is a digital signal. Analog signal, digital signal. This digital signal has a very good quality and therefore before 1 or 2 years all the set-top box are changed for TV set and now they are using the digital signal. So picture quality, signal quality is improved in digital signal like this. So these are the two types of signal. Then the remaining terms are like this. What is meant by attenuation? The fourth term is attenuation. Now here I am producing the sound wave. This sound wave can go without amplification. They can go up to the 50 meter, 100 meter, 200 meter, half kilometer. Beyond that we cannot hear them. Why? Because the strength of the signal goes on decreasing due to the absorption of the energy by the medium. ही जी साऊंड एनर्जी आपण ट्रान्समिट करतो ती मीडियममध्ये ॲब्सॉर्ब होते आणि ॲब्सॉर्बमुळे या सिग्नलची स्ट्रेंथ कमी कमी होत जाते. ही जी प्रोसेस आहे त्याला ॲटेन्युएशन होतं, त्याला डॅम्पिंग होतं. So loss in energy of the signal due to the absorption by the medium, this process is called as a attenuation. The loss of strength, the loss of energy of the signal due to the absorption by the medium. So the meaning of attenuation is this: the loss of strength, the loss of strength or loss of energy of the signal while propagating or traveling through a medium due to absorption of energy in the medium. This attenuation also depends upon the medium and the frequency. Higher the frequency, more will be the absorption like this. Then the next term is the amplification. Just now I have told it is similar to the magnification. When we get the magnified image of a small object, then it is called as a magnification. Size of the image upon size of the object is called as a linear magnification. In this case, there is the same case. The strength of the output signal upon strength of the input signal is called as the amplification. So it is the process. It is the process in which we increase the strength of the signal is called as a amplification, and for that purpose we are using the amplifier circuit. Then range of communication. Range of communication R. It is the distance between the transmitter and receiver, the maximum distance between the transmitter and receiver. It is the maximum distance between transmitter and receiver, so that the signal of sufficient strength is received. Signal of sufficient strength is received. This is called the range of communication. हे सिग्नल आपल्याला बघता यायला पाहिजे, ऐकता यायला पाहिजे. तर आपण लाईन ऑफ साईट प्रोपगेशनची रेंज डी या इक्वेशनमध्ये सांगितली. रेंज ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन डी इज इक्वल टू, दिस इज वन एक्झाम्पल, 2 times r into h square. H is the height of the antenna. So by increasing the height of the antenna we can increase the range. By increasing the power we can increase the range. So range can be increased by so many factors. सिग्नलची पॉवर वाढवली तर जास्त डिस्टन्सपर्यंत सिग्नल आपल्याला कॅरी करता येऊ शकतो. द लास्ट टर्म इज ए रिपीटर. इट इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज ए रिपीटर स्टेशन. Repeater. So it is a block which perform both the function. It receives the signal and again the transmit the signal. A repeater is a combination of receiver and transmitter. The function is given in its definition. A repeater is a repeater station or a capacitor. A repeater is a combination of a receiver and transmitter. So if this is a main transmitter and this is a main receiver, so if the distance between the main transmitter and main receiver is very very large, more than the range of communication, then the signal cannot go directly, but in between these two signals there are a repeater station. So this is the repeater R1. So it will receive the signal, it will transmit the signal. Then this is a repeater number 2. It will receive the signal, transmit the signal like this. This is a repeater R3, a repeater R4 like this. So it receives the signal, it transmits the signal, receive, transmit, etc. So by using the number of repeater stations we can increase the range of communication. In case of satellite communication, this repeater is called as a transponder. in satellite communication, a repeater is called as a transponder. सॅटेलाइटचं पण फंक्शन हे अर्थ सर्कलपासून जो सिग्नल आलेला तो रिसीव्ह करायचा आणि पुन्हा अर्थकडे ट्रान्समिट करायचा. सो दॅट ट्रान्सफॉर्मर सर्किट्स आर यूज इन द satellite communication, and that each transformer is called as a repeater. So by increasing the number of repeaters, we can increase the distance between the main transmitter and receiver. So we can increase the range of communication like this. Now the remaining part given in our notes is related with the process of modulation, and that process of modulation is deleted due to the corona. It is actually added next year also, so we will see it there. Now next time we will solve some basic problem on this communication system and wave propagation. Okay, we will stop here.